Hey, this is Christina Perri, and you're watching Artisan News.
I know I can't take one more step towards you, 'cause all that's waiting is regret.
Singer-songwriter Christina Perri is gearing up for the release of her major label debut titled Lovestrong, and the album satisfies her fans' desires to hear more music from the rising pop star. It was Perri who was an unsigned artist when the hit TV show So You Think You Can Dance picked up her song Jar of Hearts in 2010, and overnight she became an internet sensation as the song struck a chord with viewers who immediately began downloading it from iTunes in droves, sending Jar of Hearts into the top 10 on the iTunes pop chart and into the top 15 on the overall chart overnight. Impressed by that instant success, So You Think You Can Dance producers invited Perri to play the song live on the show 2 weeks later, and following Perri's stripped-down piano performance, Jar of Hearts continued its meteoric rise, landing at number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 and at number 1 on Amazon's digital sales chart, selling over 200,000 downloads in 3 weeks. For Lovestrong, which will be released on May 10th, 2011, Perri has recorded a few songs from her EP, The Ocean Way Sessions, and has given those songs a more produced feel, as she is finally ready to show the world she is not just a one-hit wonder. Artisan News recently caught up with Christina Perri to get her thoughts on how excited she is to finally have Lovestrong finished so she can release it for her fans.
Finishing Lovestrong has been definitely the most exciting thing for me. I feel like it was the best 33 days of my life, and it was the worst 33 days of my life. I had the most exciting, stuff to do, playing the piano, singing, and I sang all the harmonies, and there was just so much to be done. But at the same time, I had to kind of reopen all my wounds that I had my whole life since I started writing songs when I was 15. And, some of these songs are just really heart-wrenching and really lonely and about things that are just intense. So in order to perform right, I had to get in that headspace. So for me, it was really intense and raw, and I was very vulnerable. And
she also talked about how her life changed the instant So You Think You Can Dance picked up her hit, Jar of Hearts.
When So You Think You Can Dance picked up my song, I was an unsigned artist and did not exist at all in the music world. They used a demo of mine for the show, and it was, just this magical thing that happened at the right time with the right, cosmos, and it was just nuts. And at 8 o'clock on June 30th in 2010, my entire life changed. I went from not existing to existing, and by midnight I was the #1 most Googled thing in the world, and I had, a top 10 song on iTunes, and that didn't even make sense to me because I was unsigned, and I ended up selling, 220,000 singles before I even signed my record deal, and it was just an enormous boom.
Christina Perri will be heading out on the road for her first U.S. tour supporting James Blunt. The tour kicks off April 20th in Boston, Massachusetts, and extends until May 8th in Seattle, Washington. Look for Perri to announce more tour dates in 2011 as she begins to travel the world in support of her Atlantic Records debut album, Lovestrong.